Well, all right. And welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here. And, well, we have Crystal Durant.
Hello.
But we also have Tommy Von Voigt.
Oh, what's up?
In case you doubted it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we have somehow made it to 1988.
How?
I don't know how I've made it here. I've been on all fours crawling, going, ugh.
Through broken glass.
But the thing about this is that I'm trying to push through, and then I realize, but
To what?
at the other end of this, I get to the 90s, so it's just like, oh. So you're watching the demise of my very soul right here on video, but that's okay.
Mine, however, is still absolutely thriving.
Oh
See,
my
what's
God!
gonna happen
It's like
is
yes.
that Paul's going
Ugh.
to shrink into a husk, and then
It's like A Star Is
Tommy's
Born.
gonna-
It's like A
Yes.
Star Is Born. I'm Chris Christopherson, and he's Barbara Streisand.
Streisand,
Exactly. All right. Now, but I get to start this episode. I'm going to start
Oh yeah.
my 1988 list right here and now. Right here, right now. Which I don't know what year that is or if it's on my list, but I fucking hate that song.
It's-
Okay. All right, so my 1988 list, I have runners up. Oh, I'm surprising myself here. I didn't realize I had
What?
runners up. Ooh, and I have some good ones here. You guys are going to like these. They're going to be surprised.
Be surprised.
Surprise this bird.
You're going to be subscribed, as you guys should be. Okay, all right, so U2 with Desire.
What?
I
Desire?
like Desire.
Oh, hold
I'm a
it.
little
Hold
surprised
it.
by this.
I, you know what? So am I.
Wait.
I like Desire.
Wait a minute.
I don't love it, but I kind of like it.
Who are you, and what did you do with Paul Bertolino?
Oh, he's a pod person.
Because
Oh, he's going to
No,
point
no,
at
I'm
you
no
and
longer a
scream at
pod
the top
person.
of
Now I'm a
his
YouTube
lungs soon.
person.
Desire. Well, color me shocked.
I think it's actually Desire.
Yes. Yes, that moment when Bono decided he was a blues man.
Wow.
Oh my God. Anyway, I still hate Bono, but I kind of like that song. Anyway, speaking of bands I hate, and a song I kind of like The Weather by 10,000 Maniacs. Shiver in
Wait a
my
minute,
bones
what?
just thinking about the weather. Well, you know what? I actually liked that album at that time. I was actually a fan of 10,000 Maniacs when that album came out, if you can believe it.
I can't.
It has not aged well for me, but I kind of like that
This
song
guy,
still.
Mr. Boohoo, I don't know how to put together a list for 1988. Let's look at him go.
I can't.
Well, I mean, I'm not
look,
loving these songs, though.
I just noticed your gobs. They've been smacked as well.
Yes, real hard.
You're
Shit.
smacked of all kinds of gob there.
Wow.
All right, well, now this one is a band that I love and a song I genuinely like, Only a Memory by the Smithereens.
Oh yeah.
This is
Yeah,
not a
now-
surprise.
Yeah, I mean, that's up my alley.
Yeah.
And Handle Me With Care by Traveling Wilburys. I've never loved that song, but out of all their songs, I think that's my favorite one. I'm not that big on the Traveling Wilburys, actually. I would like that song, I think, a lot more if it was a George Harrison solo song. If that was
Oh, yeah.
a George solo song that was on Cloud 9
Nine.
instead of Got My Mind Set on You,
Yeah.
ooh, now you'd be talking. Okay, and my top runner-up, really, this should be on my list, but it's only a runner-up. Kiss by Tom Jones and Art of Noise.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, this...
What is wrong with your face, Tommy?
You don't like it?
What?
Yeah, I don't like the art of noise. That's the problem.
Well, I don't either, but, Tom Jones singing Kiss over the Art of Noise is...
Your gobs are never going to recover.
That is the moment that I began to like Tom Jones. That is the moment that I went, oh shit.
Seriously?
That's the moment when I got him. Like, before that, he was just kind of like this Las Vegas cheesy guy that I just like, in Sanzabelt, because you'd see the Midnight Special and Tom Jones, and it'd be like,
hot. Fucking
and I was
hot.
not into it. And then when he did this, I went, boom, you know what? I get Tom Jones now. I understand him. He doesn't take himself too seriously. And yeah, it all made sense at this moment.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so on to my list. My number 10, Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses.
Games, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Guns N' Roses fan, and Appetite for Destruction is a great album that I'm just personally not that into. It I can objectively go, you know what? Yeah, that really is a really great album. I just am not that into it for some reason. But my favorite song on the album,
That's a
or
great
of the
song.
band, really is "Welcome to the Jungle." I think I really love that sort of breakdown bridge when they kind of get mellow.
Yeah.
I think it's a great opening track. I mean, it's a really You couldn't have chosen a better song to open that album with.
Yeah, it grabs you by the throat.
Number 9, Tommy will like this. New Sensation by NXS. New Sensation by NXS.
Yeah, boy, right there.
Yeah. I didn't like NXS that much in the 80s, but I didn't dislike them. But looking back, NXS was pretty good. Pretty damn good. They have a lot of really great singles.
Really good.
But number 8, Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. All right, so number 7. This one, I'm surprising myself with this one. I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore. Never Let Me Down Again by Depeche Mode.
What?
I feel like he's just fucking with us at this point.
I can't believe this.
Okay. All right.
I'm taking a ride with my best friend.
Oh my god.
I've kind of always liked this song.
I can't believe this.
I don't like Depeche Mode, but I've kind of always liked the song.
Just when you think you know somebody.
But the next one, number 6, The Return of NXS with Never Tear Us Apart. Definitely the best NXS track from that record, for my money.
What?
Never
Great
Tear Us
song.
Apart by NXS. You've heard it before.
No, I know it.
You want me to sing it for you?
I'm just completely.
Yeah, I know.
I never would have pegged you for this.
Well, now we're gonna get
Not that I'm
into.
disappointed. I'm.
You didn't see this coming. You didn't see
No.
any of this stuff coming.
Zero.
Well, you know what? We're at number 5, and things are going to get a little bit more expected.
Normal? Okay.
Because at number 5, I have Alphabet Street by Prince.
Okay.
From the first Prince album that I found disappointing. I didn't dislike the album, but it just like, after Sign of the Times, it was just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. You know, I liked like 3 songs on that album. But I really liked those. I really loved the opening track, I Know. Great track.
I know.
Talking about Love Sexy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love Sexy is the album.
I don't care for this record.
It's not that great.
No.
It's really not that great. And I was really bummed. I'm like, this is what you cast the Black Album aside for? Are you
I
kidding
know,
me?
right?
Really?
Yeah, like at the absolute last friggin' minute, too.
Yeah.
At the last
What did
minute.
you do?
It was supposed to come out on my birthday in '87, and it didn't. All we got, I was working at a record store, and we got in the mail like this sheet, that said, "Sorry, Prince album's not coming out." And I'm like,
Oh, no.
and this was only months after Sign of the Times, so you know where I was at with this, you know.
were like, I knew.
Like my whole world
Yeah.
came crashing down. All right, so number 4, "Little Liar" by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Man, that is. You know what? I love that Joan Jett
That
album.
shit's
I
hot.
was working at the record store at the time, the same record store, and that was the cassette for that album. What was the name of that album? It has "I Hate
That's got
Myself
him
for
so
Loving
far.
You."
That's not. Is that Glorious Results of a Misspent Youth?
It's the one where she's in the leather, like leaning up against the wall.
It's not up. Is it Up Your Alley?
Up Your Alley.
Up
That's
Your
the
Alley.
one.
That's it.
We had the
Yeah.
cassette of Up Your Alley on the playlist, and man, I was into this album, riding with James Dean, and yeah, a lot of great stuff on that. But "Little Liar" is such a great single. Number 3, this was one of my favorite bands at the time. I still love them, but I really loved them back then. The Smithereens with "Drown in My Own Tears."
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing I really loved about a band like the Smithereens is like, finally we get a guitar band, like a rock and roll guitar band that's not fucking metal. Or like pop metal. It's like, this is like just a good, classic, just straight ahead,
Yeah.
poppy rock band.
Yeah.
Little 60s, but not entirely. In fact, I was wishing they could be more 60s than they were, but you can't have everything. At least they didn't have a Lindrum. So, ooh, had to get that in there. Woo-hoo. Sorry. But okay, number 2. "Under the Milky Way" by The Church.
This is not a surprise.
To get a little goth on you, huh?
What?
I don't even know the words. I like the song a lot, though. Yeah, "Under the Milky Way" by The Church. Above the Smithereens. Above Prince.
This is why I'm. All right.
I'm here to gobsmack. All right, so number 1. But no, okay, so number 1, this is a semi glasses off. Maybe I should just kind of like
Down on your nose.
like that, it's a semi glasses off.
Glasses dangle.
Okay, Check It Out by John Cougar Mellencamp. And now there's the thing about this song is that it's about, what do I want to say about this song? I don't know what it is, because I feel like I'm probably like in a small little box, like, you know, all by myself loving this song. There's probably not a lot of people who would put this on their list. There's probably a lot of people going, oh, Jesus, really? Check It Out by John Cougar Mellencamp is not on your list, but it's number 1. Yeah, you know, it was that song always kind of had this sort of vibe to it. It's one of those songs like, remember in 76 when I mentioned If You Leave Me Now by Chicago, how I detected the future nostalgia in the song even when I heard it then?
Oh, yeah.
This song has
This is
that.
one of those for you? Okay.
And,
What the hell is that? Is that the heat coming on?
It's his receiver over there. He's,
Like, who's popping
should I
popcorn
turn
over
that
there?
off?
is it the receiver?
Yeah, so you have it on.
Well, I know it's on, but I don't think...
It's coming
I mean, you
out
can
of
turn it off if you like, but... Oh, you know what? That is why. Sorry, we're having our usual patented, as it should be, studios technical difficulties.
Oh, there we go.
Tommy gave me this receiver, by the way. You should know how to work
I
it.
haven't seen that thing in years, man. I forget how it works.
But okay, but anyway, so this song also goes back to when I was working at the record store, and I kind of had a moment with the song. And this album was on the playlist along with Joan Jett and, you know, The Whole Story by Kate Bush and all the stuff that was around at that time. And I remember I'm stocking cassettes, and my kindergarten teacher, who I had not seen since I was in kindergarten, came into the store, and I really loved my kindergarten teacher, and I don't mean this, I was her favorite. Okay?
Okay.
I was doubting you, man.
Yeah.
I was her
I'm
favorite.
not doubting you.
All right.
And you know what? And she was my first teacher, and we just like had a connection. But I hadn't seen her since then. And then suddenly here I'm 18, and she's coming in the store, and this song is playing. And I wanted to say hi to her really bad, but I didn't have the courage to say hi to her because I was an awkward 18-year-old kid, and I didn't feel. I should cut that part out.
No, I think it's very sincere and heartfelt.
Mrs. Porch! I didn't have the guts to say hi to Mrs. Porch, and this was the soundtrack to me not being able to say hi to Mrs. Porch, and I let her go.
Wow.
So there you go.
Did she ever come back in the store?
I got to see her in the 90s, so it's okay. There's a happy ending.
All right, that's good. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
All righty then. I did not expect that. I was trying not to get choked up. I didn't know I was gonna.
Maybe we should go to a commercial.
Oh, maybe we should.
Yeah.
Want to change the way you look? Turn on the crimper from Winmere and make some waves. Crimp it a little for a new twist. Or if that's not enough, crimp it a lot and go for totally wild. Look spectacular tonight. Tomorrow you can always tame it for a more casual style. It doesn't cost a fortune to look like a million with the crimper from Winmere. Available at Sears.
Okay, well there you go, and well,
Oh
the list
boy.
you've all been waiting for.
Tommy Von Voigt.
Tommy Von Voigt. I understand he likes some songs from 1988.
Yeah.
I am an aficionado. I read 1988 Fancy magazine, in fact.
1988 fancy. Okay.
So here's an interesting thing about 1988. I went into this process assuming that 1987 was going to be the be-all, end-all year for me.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I was convinced that 1987 was going to be my very, very special year episode. But it actually turns out that 1988, in a lot of ways, is like 1987 times 2. 1987 really becomes 1987 halfway through the year and then continues all the way the fuck through 1988. So that means 1988 is my special year!
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Noisemakers.
Figures.
Finally.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
They've been probably wondering, when the hell is he going to pick his special year? We're getting to like the end of the decade.
Oh no, we saw this one coming a mile
No
away.
way.
Especially when it wasn't 87.
You're like, well,
it was like, well, it's not going to be 1990. So.
90, yeah.
It's got to be 88.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, 1988 is my special year. And
All right.
Okay,
oh
that
my
means you have a 20-song
God,
list.
yes.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
we have to explain this again
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
we didn't do this when Crystal
Yeah.
had hers. The whole special year thing, for the uninitiated, we have a special thing going where we each chose a year that was just too jam-packed for us, that we just needed that extra oomph, where we have 20 songs on our list. I chose 67. I had 20 songs on my list. Crystal and Tommy had 10 on theirs. Crystal had 78. She had 20 songs on her 78 list. We had 10. Well, now Tommy has 20 on his 1988 list, and you know what? That's not going to be enough for him. I know it.
It won't be, because I even have honorable mentions. Do you know what's actually really interesting, though? Notice that each of our special years is about 10 years apart.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so I'll hit you with my honorable mentions first for 1988. We've got Kiss Me Deadly, Lita Ford, New Sensation, In Excess, Rhythm of Love, The Scorpions, Say It's Gonna Rain by Will to Power, What's on Your Mind, Pure Energy by Information Society,
Wow.
Cars with the Boom by Latrim, Look Away by Chicago, A Little Respect by Erasure, In Your Room, The Bangles, and People Say It's in the Air by Enki Bagger. That's my runners-up.
Enki Bagger?
Yeah, it's a Scandinavian pop song.
Okay.
Yeah,
I fuck with 1988
You're
hard.
speaking Scandinavian now.
No,
I don't even know.
I take my 1988 fucking serious. So, all right. So that being said, those are my honorable mentions.
All right.
So my number 20 for 1988, because this is my very, very special year. Buffalo Stance, Nana Cherry.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Oh,
So great.
so great.
I love that fucking song.
Oh,
Really
man. Number 19. This is an interesting one. This guy's first record was an international, like, surprise runaway smash, but he was just completely out of gas emotionally and creativity for the second one, and wasn't really emotionally invested because he felt like he was basically just a puppet. So, like, well, do you have any songs of your own that you wrote? And he was like, well, I have this one that's kind of like a Whitney Houston-esque kind of thing. Why don't we work on that? So Rick Astley gets together with Phil Harding, and they work on She Wants to Dance with Me, and he was all excited because he wanted it to be more like a live band treatment. So they had a real bassist, an actual drummer, the whole 9 yards, and Rick was just all revitalized. He's like, yes, this is more like the 60s kind of pop that I want to be doing. So then they have Pete Waterman come in and listen to the final version. Pete's like, excellent, that's fantastic. Now get rid of that real bass and put a 4 on the floor kick on there and you can put it out. And Rick just wilted.
Womp womp.
But the song's great and it became a big hit for him.
Yeah.
So
Well,
She Wants
I
to
didn't
Dance
know
with
this,
Me.
and I have to say right now, I salute you, Rick Astley, for having that, you know,
Wanting to use
for
real
having that
Yeah.
stance on the whole
Yeah.
thing. You know,
Number 18, will surprise no one, Debbie Gibson, Out of the Blue. Oh yeah.
that one came out of the blue. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sorry.
Number 17, the word blue again. We have a song co-written by John Oates from Hall & Oates, Ice House with Electric Blue.
Blue. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Number 16, somebody who seems to have turned out to be a bit of an idiot. Eric Carmen would Make Me Lose Control.
Oh yeah, Eric Carmen.
yeah.
That's an unfortunate case.
Yeah,
bad.
but you know what? This is a great song, so separate the art from the artist sometimes. Moving right along. This album, I will admit this album is a bit of a guilty pleasure for me, but goddamn do I love it. White Lion with Wait. Oh my god, do I love that record. I know it's very polarizing. I know it's very divisive. Even the people that like it will be like, I'm there for Vito, and I'm not there for the singer.
I got nothing.
But I
Yeah,
love this record.
That's a rough ride.
I know. For me, I'm on board that ride. I'll go on that
Do you like
ride
all
again.
their stuff?
I like the first 2 records.
Well, I mean,
This
but
one and
even
the
like
first one, but,
individual
like-
songs like "When the Children Cry."
I usually kind of not so much into that. It's like that one, and I think that the last track on the album. But for the rest of the record, I really like. Yeah. Number 14. Okay, I know nobody's gonna know this one, so people in the comments help me out. The Freestyle Freaking Jam, If You Feel It by Denise Lopez. Fucking
yeah.
love it. Oh, you know that one?
I know that one.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
That is a good one.
That's fucking
back
great
here.
jam. Oh god, that song kicks ass.
Poor Paul.
I'll be back here not knowing what's
Not
going
knowing
on.
anything.
Yeah.
All right. Here is number 13 is a really, really kick-ass song off an album that was otherwise kind of a disappointment compared to the debut. Just Like Paradise, David Lee Roth. The Skyscraper record, I want it to work. I really do. But
It's not bad. It's just
not
like
bad, but
after Eden Smiles.
it
like,
just doesn't
What do you
hold a
do?
candle to
Yeah.
it. But I do love Just Like Paradise. Number 12. U2, Angel of Harlem.
I knew it.
Oh my god, I love this song.
I knew it.
Oh my, I'm obsessed with this fucking song.
Oh god.
In fact, every time I land at JFK, I start singing this song in my head because he in the
Video.
Cold and Rainy Winter's Day, touching down at JFK or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it always reminds me of Angel of Harlem. Speaking of angels, number 11, Aerosmith with Angel.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
You like that one, right?
I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love singing that song.
Oh yeah,
I
and
love that
you
song.
did that song.
I did.
Yeah.
That was good.
So that's just 20 through 11. So my actual top 10.
All
Oh
right.
shit.
Get out of my dreams, get into my car. Billy Ocean, fucking right. Yes. Oh my god. God damn, that song is so good.
The title alone gets 2 snaps up.
Oh, and a twist. All right.
dear.
Number 9. This is a song from a movie that I really want to like much better than I do. Cyndi Lauper with Hole in My Heart that goes all the way to China.
I've never heard this in my life.
Crystal knows this one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yes!
So Tommy.
Isn't
So
it? Oh,
is
just picture the most Tommy song you can,
That,
and then go listen to
yeah.
Hole in My Heart all the way to China with Cyndi Lauper. You'll be like, yep,
Oh my god.
that was what I pictured.
Okay, well then I guess I already know which one of my lists it needs to be on then, just from that list.
You don't even know. You know nothing. All right, number 8, Belinda Carlisle with I Get Weak. Fucking A.
Was that an MTV video?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was.
Because I remember Heaven is a Place on Earth, but I also remember she had another song or two that she had videos for.
This is
but I
also
don't distinctly remember the
This is the
song.
same album.
This is
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 7, Van Halen with When It's Love. Oh! Oh my God!
I'm
The
not a
whole
Van
outro-
Hagar fan, but I kind
Crystal, you know it. Na, 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 na,
Yeah, which album was this?
Oh, you ate one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the one with the Beatles type cover.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't love that album. I think 5150 is a stronger album, but I do love this song a lot. Okay, so number 6, When in Rome with The Promise.
Good lord, Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
You are going for it.
He is drilling down.
I'm not fucking playing any games.
Drilling down.
Okay, my number 5 was mentioned last week by somebody else. They had it in the wrong year and on the wrong list. Kylie Minogue with The Locomotion.
Well,
the wrong year.
what
and the wrong
didn't it
list.
come out late in the year? I think it's a late in the year.
Yeah.
I think it's a late.
It's a
'cause-
crossover. That
Because
was on
I
the chart for, like, a year.
definitely saw that. Like I don't know. Like I didn't just go. Oh, I think that's 87. I saw that on an 88 list. So I think it's probably maybe it came out late in 87.
It might have been very late in 87.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. But you still had it on the wrong list. My number 4, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock with It
Woo!
Takes Two.
It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it all decide. Anybody who named the sample, put it in the comments.
Oh yeah, I'll see if they commented on it.
Let's
yeah.
see.
And if you search around on the interwebs enough, you might be able to. I don't know if it ever got posted up, a video of me doing the entire song.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right. With Ms. Crystal Durant on backing vocals.
MIZZ.
That's right. MS.
All right. Number 3, I already know that this song is gonna get some hate, but it's okay. Specifically, it is the 7-inch edit of this song, and that is Monkey, George Michael. This song was everywhere in '88, and boy, did it connect with me. I don't know why, it just did. But come to find out later on, there's actually a couple different mixes of this song that actually make the song not quite work for me. But the 7-inch edit, the one that was getting all the radio play, is the one that just slams so hard, and I love it.
It's a really great funky song. I'm just not a fan of the lyrics. I wish it had different lyrics because it really slams. It's super funky.
I mean, I always took it as being something about drugs. The monkey on my back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you do it? Why don't you set your monkey free? Na, 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 na.
Do you love the monkey? Do you love me? Yeah, I love it.
it's
I
good.
love it. I guess if you overanalyze the lyrics are a little goofballs.
Yeah, I just wish.
But yeah, the 7-inch edit of it, though, just absolutely just crushes.
Yeah.
Number 2, Def Leppard, Hysteria.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, do I love that song. Holy shit, do I love that song.
My frowny enough?
All right. Somebody's just bound and determined to be a fucking...
Is my frowny enough?
To be a fucking party pooper over here. Fine, I'll wrap this shit up.
Okay.
With my number one from 1988.
And that is?
And that is Boy Meets Girl with Waiting for a Star to Fall. Oh,
I've
yes.
never fucking heard this.
You don't know that one?
Why would he know that?
For a star to fall. You don't know that one?
When you said Boy Meets Girl, I thought it was going to be Boy Meets Girl. Whoop.
You don't... No, man. Fuck no. Shit no. Anyway.
How would I know this stuff? I was 19 at the time. I was too old for this stuff.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Anyway, that's 1988 according to Moa.
That's a Tommy list.
Goddamn right it is.
All right. Time for some ads. Get your wallets out.
Burger King has been invaded by Alf puppets. Please help.
Hey, I'm hungry. Yo, want a Whopper? No problem.
Just $2.99 on a plain broiled Whopper or large sandwich gets you your own Alf. 4 different furry aliens. Each comes with his own record.
Cause we're doing the mailbag drop.
These aliens are friendly, but they're getting out of hand. Hurry, just $2.99 gets another Alf out of here.
We do it like you do it at Burger King. Where'd you park?
Excuse me. Are those Bugle Boy jeans that you're wearing?
Oh, yes. They are Bugle Boy jeans.
Thank you.
Well, all right, we are back.
All right, yeah.
We're back, and now we are here for Krista's list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right, it's Krista.
1988, okay.
We're going to get hot in the shade right now.
Oh, yeah. Hot in the shade. Oh, Lord. All right. Excuse me. I have one runner-up, and that is Punk Rock Girl by the Dead Milkmen. Now, they're from Philadelphia. I know those dudes. It's a personal thing. But it is a really funny song. And it's so Philadelphia. The accent's complete Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia to the bone. It is what it is. It's the Dead Milkmen. All right, now my top 10 list is number 10. Coming in at number 10. Coming in hot at number 10. Oh, yeah. It is I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
All right. Joan's getting on the list today.
I love that song. It's so great. And you can tell it's written by a woman. Number 9 is a song that has been crazily overplayed, especially in specific places. And I'm sure a lot of people are sick of it, but it still slaps for me, as the kids say. And that is Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard. I love it. Hold it in, Paul. He's ready to vomit. I love it. It's
Crystal, give me some.
It's strip clubs across the globe. That song is played all the time in strip clubs. How do I know that? I'll tell you later. All right, my number 8. It's a tie.
Oh, shit.
And that is between Ain't No Half Steppin' by Big Daddy Kane and Express Yourself by NWA.
Nice.
What the fuck, man? That Big Daddy Kane album and the NWA album. Seminal. So great. Both of them. Killer. My number 7 song is Children's Story by Slick Rick.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hip-hop people, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that song launched 1,000 other hip-hop songs. Slick Rick, just bananas. Let's see. My number 6 song is Buffalo Stance by Nena Cherry. Yeah. That whole album is really good.
Yeah.
Have you heard that album, the whole thing?
I probably have. I'm pretty sure my sister had it. like a lot of this kind of stuff in this era of stuff, and a lot of the stuff that Tommy's likes.
Yeah.
It's stuff my sister was listening to. So I mean, it was around.
Okay.
It's really fun.
It's really good.
It's
Like
so
Jody
bratty
Watley and
in all the best ways. It's
It-
bratty.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And do you know who her parents are? Leave it in the comments if you know. Might win a prize. All right, my number 5 song is My Prerogative by Bobby Brown.
Oh my God. Yeah.
New Jack Swing.
Oh.
Thank you, Teddy Riley. That song smokes. I don't care who you are. You cannot stand still to that song. You just
Wait.
cannot. Yeah.
Something has gone terribly wrong here. Something is terribly awry.
What?
What?
My Prerogative was not on your list.
Yeah, I know. I can't list them all.
How could that song not? Okay, all right. I thought
Listen,
we were
all right,
spinning
I'll
off the
tell you
axis
what.
there for a
I'll tell
second.
you what. Spoiler. I'm going to be coming back around to Bobby Brown in next week's episode. No,
Okay.
not next week's episode. Next week's episode is a very special episode. When we get to the 1989 episode, I will be discussing Bobby Brown. Okay, that make you happy?
Okay, that's much better.
All right.
No, trust me. I'm not really concerned about him being mentioned or not. It just seemed like
No.
maybe
don't
we had
don't
an
worry.
imposter
No,
over
it
here or
hasn't.
something, yeah.
But Crystal, that whole album, holy fuck!
Just the sax.
that whole album.
What the fuck, man?
Holy shit.
So good. The gospel tambourine, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck. So good. All right. Excuse me. Number 4 is a tie.
Uh-oh.
And that is between Follow the Leader by Eric B. and Rakim and It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. That Eric B. and Rakim, that album is solid state, bulletproof. Every fucking song. You don't skip anything. Front to back. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, God. They're so great. In those crazy Adidas tracksuits. My number 3 song is Alphabet Street by Prince. A really goofy song. A lot of weird hand claps and...
It's almost cartoony.
It is. And then the video with the car and him and the alphabets flying around and all that. Yeah, it was...
That was a cartoon practically.
Yeah, it was... But I really like that song. Hey Ho, Alphabet Street. Na, 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 na. Yeah, it's funky. My number 2 song is Cult of Personality by Living Colour.
Nice.
Come on. Oh, that's for you, Vernon. That album... When you think back to this year and the following year, MTV, I mean, this song, Cult of Personality, it was on 2 times an hour, 3 times an hour. You couldn't escape it. It was so fucking great. And as usual, I'm surrounded by a bunch of white boys who were like, oh wow, they can play rock and roll. I didn't know black people could play rock music. Thank you. All right, and my number 1 song of 1988, right? That's what we're doing? 1988.
Yeah, it's 88. You could pretend it's 78 or whatever.
No, it's 1988. Okay. My number 1 song is Wishing Well by Terrence Trent D'Arby. God damn it, that song. The album is great. That song, nobody knew what was going on with him. Is he black? Is he white? Is his hair straight? Are they braids? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. The suit, he's skinny. He can dance his ass off. He's cute with the light eyes. Wow.
You know, you and Terrence Trent D'Arby actually have something in common.
We do?
Yeah, that's also his favorite song of 1988.
If you want to hear Paul bagging on Terrence Trent D'Arby even more, listen to my podcast.
Are you talking about self-proclaimed genius Terrence Trent D'Arby?
Thank you,
That's
yes.
the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. It's time for a crystal clarification. All right. I will say this about Terrence Trent D'Arby. Was it super obnoxious of him to say that shit? Of course it was. Come on, you sound like a dick. But he was actually being very cheeky about it because the press was up his ass about what he was doing. And this is something that I've probably talked about before, and I'll talk about it again, is that when black artists do something that isn't black music, then everybody kind of freaks out. right? And especially if you look the way that he did. Lenny Kravitz went through that shit. Terrence Trent D'Arby went through that shit. Prince went through that shit. Sly Stone went through that shit. It just goes all the way back. So people were like, well, we don't understand, and you know, what is this, and da-da-da-da that, because if you listen to that record, that first record, it doesn't like go up and down with a lot of different things, like this is this and that's that and da-da-da-da. It runs together, the sequencing is great, but it's a very specific vibe and sound. It's kind of chill, it's not quite Quiet Storm, but it's like R&B with a rock and roll thing and a pop thing at the same time, because obviously he listened to the Beatles for a lot of those songs. So that record comes out, everybody's in love with it. It was played on VH1 more than it was on MTV, actually. So we know who was watching VH1, right? Older people. So it became very popular, and as usual with the record industry, with people like him and Prince and Lenny Kravitz and Sly Stone, when you're not in that little box, they don't know what to do with you. So despite the fact of selling millions and millions of albums, they don't really promote you as much or put you out in front as much. You don't get to tour as much. And then, much like Terrence Trent D'Arby, you kind of slide off. Now, the Vibrator is a really great record, and that kind of like runs the gamut. The other album is good. He's really great. So, you know, I'm not mad at that because I didn't take it seriously, and it really surprised me that people took that so fucking seriously. Like, what kind? You know, come on. He didn't think that he was a fucking genius and better than everybody else. He was just being a dick, which is fine. A lot of guys.
He was just being a dick.
He was just being cheeky. He was just being goofy.
I mean, it's a great song. So
It's a
Yeah,
great
that's
song.
the thing. No, I mean, I liked Terrence Trent D'Arby okay. I don't think I bought that album. I don't think I ever owned
An album?
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
It's
But
good.
I did actually go see him live.
Yeah, great live.
I saw him. I saw him at the Warfield in San Francisco.
Fantastic.
Either that tour or the next one.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
It couldn't have been any later than the next one.
Yeah, I saw him once or twice, and then by himself, and where he headlined, and then when he opened for Duran Duran in the '90s. I forget exactly when that was, but yeah, that's Terrence Trent D'Arby. Listen to the album; it's good. I think you'll like it. And you know, he was just being a jerk. What rock and roll guy hasn't been a jerk? Tell me.
The Gallagher brothers. Oh no.
Nope.
Paul Stanley and Gene.
Oh no, not.
No. Prince.
No.
I don't know. I can't come up with anybody. Rush.
yeah,
Came up with somebody.
Actually, no, you're right.
I'm actually
Rush.
right.
Yeah.
Rush. That is the answer
Okay.
to that question.
1 out of a million.
Yeah, well, took us a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my list.
All right. So I got to clap. We won't be able to get out of this and
That's
into a
not gonna
commercial unless I
trigger
clap.
that unless you actually
The commercials
clap,
won't
dude.
know that they're invited in.
You forgot how your magic works.
Yes.
Hi, I just moved in next door, and I was wondering, could I borrow a Diet Pepsi?
Diet Pepsi? Sure. Come in. Don't move. Yes. How about something else?
No, that's okay. Listen, if you don't have a Diet Pepsi...
No, I got it. Chasing down a dream. Turning on my engine. Attention screen. Night is turning dark. Day is burning. I'm out on the edge.
Could I borrow a Diet Pepsi? Pepsi?
Chasing down a dream tonight. I'm on the
You okay in there?
Here's your Diet Pepsi.
That must be my roommate, Danny.
Danny?
Hi, I'm Danielle. You got another Diet Pepsi?
Sure.
Diet Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Anyone who offers you crack is no friend of yours. Come on, say no to drugs.
Hello, and we're back.
Some of us are. I'm not back. I'm resisting. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I'm not resisting because I want to come hate. I want part of this.
Hate.
Because that's the time it is. It is time to hate 1988. And for that, I am not going to be late. All right, here we go. And
you're a rapper. I forgot.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Bars.
Bars.
All right, 1980. Oh, and I get to start. Woohoo!
All right.
All right. Well, my least favorites of 1988. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 runners-up and 1 song that can truly go fuck itself, and that is, well, okay, I'm going to start with my runners-up. Aerosmith, Ragdoll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ragdoll. My God. Okay, does anybody like this song?
I'm not going to leap to its defense. Yeah.
Because this is another example of I'm gonna do the genre in this genre. That is totally like ragtime 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
And it's a terrible song.
It's a terrible song.
Boy. Oh, and here's an artist that I love with a song that I hate. Kokomo by the Beach Boys.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my
Lord
God.
Jesus.
Oh.
Awful. Awful.
And then next we have Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Posen.
Posen.
By Posen.
Oh, that gets a no boy from me.
Wow, okay. Well, Tommy, here is where we part.
Uh-oh.
Here is where we part. Uh-oh. Because I saw him standing there by Tiffany up next.
She did that too?
Oh,
yeah, it's not good.
Jesus.
Oh, you don't like that?
It's just pointless. It's not very good.
I mean, I agree, but...
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
All right.
He
has some objectivity. Okay.
I put a Depeche Mode song on my list, and Tommy hates Tiffany. I saw him standing there. We are full of surprises,
Not
you guys.
a good cover.
But I definitely do not have the room with this next one. Cars with the Boom by The Trim.
Aww.
Now you're just being a dick.
Yes, I am, because I secretly know that it's a masterpiece, and I just want to...
What about grab it like
I want
you
to turn
want
the
it?
screw in there.
Grab it. Grab it like you want it.
Yeah, no, this is shit that my little sister listened to that just made me want to kill. And she was so obnoxious about it, too.
Hey, for perspective, it's probably not a genre you were really familiar with at all.
Well,
it's called Miami bass. I don't know that you were really exposed to a lot of this out where you were living at the time.
If it was on MTV or my sister was listening to it, then I heard it. Otherwise, no.
No.
All right.
But also it does go back to something that you talked about in a much earlier episode. In fact, I don't even think it was a Singles of the Year. I think it was one of our Songs We Hate by Bands We Love, where you were talking about how there's certain things that just aren't for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is just not for me.
Yeah, that's true.
In any way.
It was never aimed at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this next one, and this is the one. This is the one I hate the most. When the Children Cry by White Lion. Yes, I hate that even more than Cars That Go Boom. Yeah, I mean, my God, White Lion. The thing is that I had gotten out of metal around 86 is when I kind of moved out of that and started going into Prince and R.E.M. and stuff and just like really just got away from metal. And it got all MTV with Cinderella and Poison and stuff, but by the time you got to White Lion in 1988, it was just like, oh my God, it was I was ready for the 90s. I hate the 90s now, but at the time I was ready for the 90s to come in.
What is White Lion's biggest hit? What was their
Possibly this.
Wait.
Oh, maybe Wait.
Yeah. Or The Little Fighter was a really big one for them too.
Okay.
They also had an unfortunate cover of Radar Love, which I didn't care for.
Yipes.
They had albums with unfortunate
See,
songs.
White Lion has stuff that makes it really hard for me to be able to defend them. They do. I am a White Lion fan. I love the whole Pride record. I love the album before that, the debut. They get really spotty for the third and the fourth record, but they did put out some shit that it's just like, guys, you're making my job harder here. And I will admit that When the Children Cry is unfortunately one of those songs. I don't hate that song, but it's hard for me to just, like rapidly defend it. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, I do have one other thing. I forgot to. I should have done this at the beginning, but we're still in my pot here, so I'm going to put it in after. I have a new category. I have a brand new category.
Shit.
The ironic mention.
Whoa.
Yes, the ironic mention.
This is the first
a song that I don't actually like, but I kind of enjoy it in an ironic way. It still gets kind of a fun smirk out of me.
It's not a guilty pleasure.
Not a guilty pleasure because I don't like it. It isn't a song I like, but there's an ironic kind of like thing about it. It doesn't make me mad. I'm not like, oh fuck that song. I get a little of enjoyment out of it just because it's so, I don't know. Anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say it. Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car by Billy Ocean.
I love this song.
Wow.
That's my ironic mention. You'll be hearing more of those as the years go on.
All right.
All right.
Over to me.
It's Tommy's turn.
How many people out there like it when it goes over to me?
Oh yeah,
not me. Well, I've got a couple of dishonorable mentions for 1988 before I move to my worst of the year. My dishonorable mentions being Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison. God, I just cannot stand Poison.
Cringe.
Jesus Christ. It makes me cringe every time Paul lists like bands like Cinderella in the same breath as Poison. To me, they're just not the same. I just don't like Poison.
Well, I don't necessarily think that they're alike, but I don't like either of them.
Okay, if
I understand the difference between them, yes, but I still don't like them.
But God, Poison, just no boy. I've mentioned many times before, I do not like Poison, and I specifically cannot stand Every Rose Has Its Thorn. God damn, do I hate this song. Mm-hmm. My other dishonorable mention, of course, is What I Am by Edie Brickell and New Bohemians. They can go fuck themselves right away. But my worst of the year, Fast Car, Tracy Chapman.
Oh, really?
Cannot fucking stand this song. Hated this song. This was the anti-Tommy when this shit came out. Just think about everything I love the most, and think about this point in time when everything I love the most is just washing over me left and right.
You can't avoid it.
I can't avoid it. I'm just I'm in my glory. Just every day I wake up and I'm just like, ah! And then Fast Car by Tracy Chapman comes on and I'm like, no.
Stop.
No, it's a glimpse of the 90s.
It's sad. Get it away. Why is she sad? Yes, I was fucking confused, and it was an omen. It was a harbinger of things to come. And I was not there for it then, and I've never been there for it since. And it is my worst of the year for '88.
Bane of your existence.
It really was. Yeah. At the time, I was hoping it was an anomaly, but unfortunately, it wasn't.
Oh well. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I have a long list of shitty songs.
It is 1988.
It's 1988. It's not super long, but it's long enough. All right. Girl, You Know It's True by Milli Vanilli. Orinoco Flow by Enya. Orinoco Flow. Shut up. Kokomo by the Beach Boys.
Oh, right.
What was left of the Beach Boys. The Flame by Cheap Trick. Terrible.
Yeah, that is terrible. Cheap Trick.
An awful cover, Red Red Wine by UB40. Don't Be Cruel by Cheap Trick. That's 2 times you guys fucked up.
Well, that was a bad era for them all around.
Terrible, terrible, terrible cover. Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Thank you.
500 Miles by the Proclaimers.
Oh,
thank you.
Your love is like bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need.
No, we don't.
Our paths diverge.
Well, I'll say this.
Really? You like that one, huh?
Yes, I do.
You know, you know what? I'm gonna say what you did. That's my ironic one. That's my ironic.
Wow.
Because I do enjoy singing that song. Like, if it's on the radio or whatever I listen to, it's not the radio. But if I hear it comes on, it has such a hard hook, you can't not sing that chorus.
I'll spin partially back around now.
And it's so goofy. You know, your love is like bad medicine, but bad medicine is what I need. Whoa, obviously, I love singing it, so that's my ironic hate. All right, there's that. Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
Thank you.
You know, I enjoy Tracy Chapman. Saw her live a couple of times.
Generally, you're into her.
Generally, I'm into her, but this song, I can't with this song. I couldn't. I can't. I won't. I can't. I won't.
Shalln't.
I shan't. I shalln't.
You shan't. As it shan't be.
As it shan't be. Because it got played to death. And even though we all know that Tommy grew up in a Walt Disney film, because when he wakes up in a bed of rainbows with bluebirds flying around his head.
It's true. I do.
And this song comes on, his whole world turns to gray. So I understand that. You know, I like Tracy Chapman, but I that's a no boy. But the worst.
Oh shit.
The worst song of 1988 for me.
For you.
For me.
For you.
For me. It's sweater weather. Is She Drives Me Crazy by the Fine Young Cannibals. Now,
no boy.
If you listen to my podcast, Original versus Cover with DJ Crystal Clear, Paul and I talk about this. And I can't stand that guy's voice. I can't stand his face. He looks like a turtle. His hairline makes me insane. All of it.
He does look like an alien.
He looks like he's got the big head. He almost looks like a gray. And then his front lip is like, it comes to a point like a snapping turtle. I can't take it. And that song was played all the time. His voice, it's a nice falsetto. I'm not saying that his voice doesn't sound good, but I just can't. That song drives me crazy. I hate it in the worst way. It makes me nuts.
You can't help yourself.
You know.
I can't help myself. Ooh, shut up! Oh my god.
The very first note I heard of that song, I knew I did not like it when it first came out.
That first
Well, you
chord.
know, I think I probably talked about this before.
Yeah.
But when the first album came out, I actually liked it.
He liked it.
And I bought it. I liked it. Johnny Come Home and all that kind of stuff. I liked that. And then 3 years or something, or 5 years, however long it took him to do the second album, and MTV was all abuzz. Brand new Fine Young Cannibals single from their upcoming album. Like, damn, Fine Young Cannibals is going to have a new album out.
Wow.
So I sat down for the world premiere and I went, oh no.
Ew.
Yeah, and I watched half of it. I went,
Click.
No. No.
But see, I hated that first. Johnny, come on home. Shut up. No. Even though the trumpet with the mute in the back. No. Terrible. That is the worst of 1988, according to me.
Well, there we have it.
All right, well, I think we may have an ad here. Let's see.
McGruff here with Regina to sing Users Are Losers.
Users are losers and losers are users. So don't use drugs, don't use drugs. If you know a user even part of the time, tell him to quit.
Take a bite out of crime.
Users are losers and losers are users. So don't use drugs.
And help me take a bite out of crime.
Well, okay, that's the end of 1988, and I couldn't be happier to see it go.
This guy. I can't with him.
Always raining on Tommy's parade.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's a downpour.
Yeah, this is the year I graduated high school, so I was an old man already, and and I just,
Man.
So get off my fucking lawn. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for going on this, as I've said before, on this journey. And thank you for the subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. But if you decide that you're going to subscribe, you may want to even more than consider clicking the little bell, because that's going to get you...
Ooh!
It's going to get you that.
I hear it now.
If you click the bell, this is what you get.
Fairies.
Right. And notifications, you get those too.
Yeah.
Anyway, comment and like, subscribe, and give us your lists. And we are going to see you next week, because it is going to be 1989.
No. It won't be.
Yes, it will.
No, next week.
Oh, you're right.
Next week is going to be a
snap.
very, very special episode.
Right. You're right. No, he's right. We're not
Yeah.
going to divulge the episode.
No, we're not
just
going
yet.
to divulge it.
No. Tommy is actually
Yeah.
100% correct. It will not be 1989 next year, but we will be seeing you next week.
Yes.
/ next year. Well, not even next year.
even
We're going to
next
see you
year.
next
It'll
week.
be
That's
next
all.
week for a
we
very
will be
special
seeing you
episode.
next week.
And then the week after that
that.
will be 1989, which
Right.
will be the last week of the year.
Was that messy enough for you?
Are you taking notes?
Yes. All right. So yes, we will see you on Thursday, but it will not be 1989.
Yeah, it's going to be
See you later.
something else. Bye.
Yeah, I really don't know if I want to keep all that.
Mrs. Porch. Was she at the school that you showed me when we were...
Yes.
Okay.
We went to that school.
Yeah.
Crystal went to Napa with me, and we went I showed her all my shit.
Aw.
Showed her the apartment we lived in when I was growing up, and the school. Mrs. Porsche was there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Wow.
What's that?
That's awesome. It has a happy ending.
Yeah, you know, she worked when in the mid '90s. She was working at the thrift store, and she was just one of the old ladies who was, what's the word I'm looking for? Volunteering there. And I came in and I was like, Mrs. Porch, and got to talk to her. But at that time in '88, it was just like I felt kind of trapped in my own body, not being able to have the guts to go say hi to her, and watching her go and be like, and I'm thinking, how old is she? Is she gonna die before I? But you know what, you guys? She's still fucking alive.
Get out of here.
Good grief.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
How old do you think she was when you were in kindergarten?
To me, she may as well have been 70.
Well, see, that's it. The perception when you're that young. People in their 40s seem like they're senior citizens. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, she was probably in her 30s.
30s, that's what
And I thought she was like, you know, my grandma's
death's door or something. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, to be fair though, my grandma wasn't all that old either. My grandma was probably only in her 40s.
Oh, that was still running, so I'll start. I'll stop it and
I
start
hate
it
it when I
again.
do that.